the final tonight. And the best team in baseball wins it all in 2018.
For the first hit. Rutschman into right field. Down the line. A fair ball. Adley will turn first. Head for second. He's going to turn second. Go for third. Rutschman into third base standing. An extra base hit. His first hit in the major leagues. Welcome to the...
These are long pitch innings, I think. Blister, that's what you wanted to make sure.
Here's a high fly ball into right. Back is Betts on the move. On the track. He's got catch by Mookie Betts.
Now, Clifford looking for a clean inning here in the seventh.
Hit well out to right center field. Jones still on the move, running out of room, and he made it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Beyond the Ballpark. As always, I'm your host, Patrick Moran, alongside Brendan Cunningham. Today, to open up the season, obviously we've got a pretty decent enough sample size to talk about what teams we're excited about and concerned about. We each have 5 teams in those 2 categories. We'll talk about teams that have gotten off to really good starts that maybe can continue those starts, and then teams off to slower starts out of the gate that maybe we need to sound the alarms on. We'll go over all that, and then we'll give you your players of the week to wrap. But first of all, Brendan, how are you doing today? NFL draft just wrapped up this weekend, and obviously your Patriots picking in the top 5. So
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Patriots just drafted Will Campbell. I think that was kind of for sure. A lot of people thought they were going to do that because obviously the offensive line is not great right now.
Drake made protection.
Exactly. So to get him is definitely the best move for us, and I feel good about it. What about you and the Ravens?
Yeah, we got Malachi Starks. Really exciting. Safety out of Georgia, him and Kyle Hamilton. That's going to be a great backfield. And Mike Green, another guy that could have been first round. We've got them both. So we're super excited. Mike Green off the edge. Definitely a position of need for us on our end. And I actually forgot. You went to the Celtics. Did you see a Celtics playoff game this week?
I did, yeah. I went to the
You want to talk about that?
on,
I mean, I know the Celtics are hot right now in playoffs.
Yeah, I went to the game on Wednesday. They got the dub, game 2. Fortunately, they lost game 3. Playing right now, checking the score. It's probably over when you listen to this, but they're winning by 3 right now. So, yeah, I'm not loving it that Magic got a game on us, but it was good to see you win. That was definitely fun.
For sure. Well, you know
to
what?
do
That could be the clap it up of the week. Well, Celtics playoffs.
Yeah, all right, I'll take that.
Back to back? Do you think back to back?
Well, definitely, we're favorite. I mean, we're right there. I could definitely see it happening. So.
Yeah, for sure. It's a dangerous team. And I remember this too. We can clap it up for 2 playoff teams, Capitals in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Ovechkin, greatest goal scorer of all time now. So we'll keep track of those playoff runs on our ends. But enough of the other sports talk. We'll get into the baseball talk and these teams that we're excited to talk about. So 5 teams we're excited or worried about. We'll get it started with the exciting. We'll get the good out of the way. We'll save the worst, unless you want to get the worst out of the way.
No, we'll start off good.
Okay. My first team that I was excited about. Hold on, let me get up the standings. Okay. First team I had on my excited list, I put Detroit. What did you have?
I had Detroit on my list too. Should I
Okay.
talk about them or should I just talk about my first one that I had?
Well, we both have Detroit, so we'll do Detroit real quick. Detroit's 18-10 right now. They're at the top of the American League Central division. They're 8-2 in their last 10 as of the time of recording. They're on a 4-game win streak. They have a 42 run differential, plus 42. They're playing really well at home. Got to clean it up a little bit on the road, and they're also, kind of even keel playing against teams over 500. But this Tigers team looked great. I mean, Casey Mize on a comeback, former number 1 overall pick, is looking healthy. Spencer Torkelson, another former number 1 overall pick, has gotten off to a great start. It's great to see both of them playing really well and kind of carrying the Tigers. I'm sure they have some other guys I'll try and find, but you can talk a little bit about the Tigers.
Yeah, I think definitely Spencer Torkelson, a name to know. 8 home runs so far this year. Definitely good to see that little bounce back year from him. It's just kind of been, everybody chipping in. Take note of even Javier Baez. He's batting 301 right now, 73 at bats. I don't know, man. Things are just rolling. Detroit right now. I didn't pick that at all. I think they had them 4th in the division. That's what I picked. So they're proving me wrong right now, but obviously, yeah. Casey Mize has been playing really good. Tariq Skubal, we know him. He's been really good. Jack Flaherty. It's just everything is just kind of going great for Detroit right now. What their ceiling is they're kind of achieving right now.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean, Spencer Torkelson, according to Baseball Reference, he already has nearly 1.5 wins, and he has 99 at-bats. He's got a 172 OPS plus, which is fantastic. He's hit 8 home runs so far this year. He's hitting 263, driven in 24, a 950 OPS, and he's slugging 586. I mean, that's the guy we saw as the number 1 overall pick. It seems like he's gotten back to those fundamentals. He's gotten back to the player he was in college, and it's working. And he's been fantastic up to this point. And Casey Mize on the mound, he's won with 2.12 ERA. He's had 5 starts, 29 and 2/3 innings. He's got 23 strikeouts and a 1.045 WHIP, establishing himself in a rotation that has kind of had the ups and downs for sure, and kind of some uncertainty with all the cluster of arms that they had. Even a guy like Jackson Jobe has looked really good coming up to the big leagues. A top 5 prospect in the game is now making his mark in the big leagues, which has certainly propelled the Tigers to the start. And that it's exciting, and Detroit absolutely deserves this too. So it's great to see them get off to a hot start after they got off to that, or they didn't get off to a hot start last year, but the second half transformation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been good for Detroit. So should we move on to my second team?
Yeah. You go to your second one.
So I'm moving to National League now. I'm gonna go with the San Francisco Giants out
That
west.
was the next team on my list.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
coming this season, first year under Buster Posey. A lot of questions there, but are they the 1 seed right now? I think.
Let me check the standings. I believe, they're first in the division, 19-10. That's a half game better than the
so
Dodgers.
that is, I don't know if people saw that coming. Better than the
No.
Dodgers. So things have been going good. Offensively, Jung-Hoo Lee has been incredible, batting .327 with 3 home runs in 108 at bats. And then Wilmer Flores, 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. Yastrzemski's been good. Fitzgerald's been good. And then on the pitching side, Logan Webb has been one of the best pitchers in baseball this year. 36 innings, he's got a 1.98 ERA, 44 strikeouts, WHIP of 1.10. Just really dominating. Other than him, I mean, you look at the numbers, Verlander has been great. Robbie Ray has been okay. It's really just been Logan Webb carrying them, and and it's working right now.
For sure. Yeah, I mean the Giants have just been really good. They've come out of the gates hot. And they're doing a lot of this without Willie Adames, who's not playing well right now. He's the newly paid shortstop, and he's got a negative .8 WAR up to this point. He's got a 58 OPS plus, according to Baseball Reference, and they're 9 games over 500. They have a plus 28 run differential so far this year. Their expected win to loss ratio is 18-11. I'll mention it for the Tigers too if I can get up there. Tigers expected 19-9, so they're right on par. These teams have gotten off really well. The Giants are 6-4 their last 10. They're on a two-game win streak. They're playing both well. They're playing well both at home and on the road, and they're 15-7 against competition above 500. So the San Francisco Giants, they've really established themselves in a division that's looked like a dogfight up to this point. The D-backs are 15-13, which is above 500, and they're in 4th place. And I don't think anyone would have had the Giants finishing first on the bingo card or being in first at all with the LA Dodgers there and just the monster they've built. But San Francisco's climbed on top. I mean, Matt Chapman, they got him extended. If we look at the numbers for him, he's just carrying over the success from last year. He's got a 1.5 win so far, 135 OPS plus, and 804 OPS. I mean, a lot of things are going right for the Giants, and it's great to see. And even Elliot Ramos, he had a Little League home run earlier today as we record. So go watch that clip. It's funny, and it's quite a way to walk off the game. But Giants are certainly a team with the upward arrow right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both picked them, 4th in the division in our
When we look back at my
preseason
predictions,
it's definitely, yeah, like you said,
Fourth,
it's a stacked division.
They're 4th on mine.
I definitely picked them 4th. But they're proving us all wrong.
Yeah.
So should we move on to your 3rd team? Who do you have?
Yeah. So my 3rd team is going to be the San Diego Padres, who are also in the NL West. They're in 3rd place, and they're 17-11, which is pretty insane. I mean, 3 teams in the NL West right now have a winning percentage over 600. So testament to those teams and what they're doing right now. The San Diego Padres have a plus 23 run differential. Their expected win to loss ratio is 17-11, so they're right on par with where they need to be. Haven't played as well with the competition above 500, 10-11, but doesn't matter. It feels like the vibes are immaculate in San Diego when it kind of felt like a dumpster fire in the offseason, just with the uncertainty with ownership. Peter Seidler, he passed away, unfortunately, I think a year ago, going into the 24 season. And, the willingness to spend was a little bit in question for a squad like San Diego. We didn't know if they were going to keep Dylan Cease or Michael King. Maybe those guys would have been on their way out, but that is not the case. Fernando Tatis Jr. already has 2 wins, according to Baseball Reference, on the year. He's got a 191 OPS plus, 1046 OPS, 8 homers, 18 driven in. He's back to his MVP type form. That is the ceiling of a guy like Fernando Tatis. Manny Machado, he looks really good too in the brown and gold. Really happy for Manny Machado. Former Warrior, he's got a 120 OPS plus, 280 average. Not a lot of power, which is interesting, but 785 OPS, pretty respectable at this point in his career. Jackson Merrill has been hot. He just went down, but an exciting 21-year-old center fielder in Jackson Merrill who can do it all. The teams are just riding the high. We're staying classy, San Diego.
I mean, yeah, kind of. They weren't San Diego was on my list, but I'll talk about them. It's been good in San Diego. I mean, Fernando Tatis, like you said, 2 wins already. I think he's a front runner for MVP right now. He's batting 346, 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's 7 stolen bases. It's really been back to that MVP Fernando, like you said, which is it's fun to see because he is a fun player. And then other guys have been chipping in. Machado's been on good, but Fernando's been just outstanding. Like I said, I think he's MVP bound right now. And then pitching, Mike King, former Red Sox Nick Pivetta has been unbelievable for some reason. I don't know why all of a sudden.
I
I
forgot about him. He's been amazing.
don't know why he couldn't do this to the Red Sox and but it's fine. He's been ridiculous. Dylan Cease, we know Dylan Cease. It's been good vibes, San Diego.
All right, consolation for Nick Pivetta. You did get the draft pick compensation because he got the QO and he got paid. So there you go, a little bit, but
It's
again, he kind of rode the roller coaster while he was in Boston. Looked like a frontline guy. Looked like a kind of journeyman
it
reliever.
was just okay.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he was just nothing special. Who's your third team on your list? Because you didn't have the Padres.
I had the Cincinnati Reds.
That's a team I thought about.
And been hot lately on a 4-game win streak. It was in the Central Division. I think we kind of thought it was going to be the Cubs or Milwaukee. Cincinnati was maybe third place, not that great. But they've been hot. Elliot Cruz, another star shortstop, really playing good right now. He's at .9 WAR, 270 average with 5 home runs. Lately, Marte and Allison Hayes have been unbelievable. We're looking at the players of the league, which we'll say later, and they're both up there. They've been really good. I know they played Orioles recently, and they kind of beat them up, but it's been good for them. And the pitching, it's been Hunter Green. Obviously, he's been ridiculous. He's always been ridiculous. 43 strikeouts, 2.7 ERA. Nick Lodolo, Brady Singer, all around. They've been great offensively, though. I think it's been mostly Elliot Cruz, kind of just like the Padres shortstop, playing great.
For sure. You bring up a lot of good points. I'll also say that Terry Francona, it's a guy I'm never going to count out.
Point, yeah.
He's all-time manager in my book. He's one of the best to ever do it. If there are any managers I'm going to trust in the game, it's going to be Terry Francona because he knows what he's doing, and it's a good fit. He's kind of harnessing the young guys. A lot of young talent in Cincinnati right now, for sure. But, Cincinnati, it's exciting. You mentioned Hunter Green. He's been an ace so far this year. Ellie De La Cruz is always exciting with what he can do. He's like a freak. He's a superhuman at times. Noah Marte, after starting the year in the minor leagues, he's off to a roaring start. And yes, he was part of that ragdolling of the Orioles on Easter. And, they've had a lot of guys step up. And, it's nice for Cincinnati. They're young guys that are producing. And, that's what you want to see from a team like Cincinnati. And looking at this, their expected win-loss record is 18-10. So how about that?
All right.
Maybe things will turn around. Things should be getting better, and they're in second place in this division. They got a plus 41 run differential. That's a pretty good mark. They're 6-4 in their last 10. So yeah, that's certainly a great shout. That was definitely a team on my radar, and I was thinking about them. So yeah, I appreciate that you picked them on your list.
All right, you're up.
My next team, I know the situation isn't exciting, but I just had to go with Oakland. I had to go with the Athletics. No city designation. Which is
I had him too.
Oh, okay. There we go. Match. So I guess my last team, or I kind of have two here, but we'll see which one you didn't have. But yeah, Athletics. Obviously, I touched on the situation a little bit. pretty crappy that they're moving out of Oakland. They're kind of shoehorned in Sacramento right now. Nobody wants that. And they're on their way to Vegas. They're going to be the Vegas A's in a few years. But, I mean, Oakland is – I think Oakland was my pick. I'm just going to call them Oakland because I'm so used to Oakland for all the listeners. Yeah, Oakland, it's just fun. There's a lot of fun young talent. I mean, Lawrence Butler is here. He's got a 123 OPS plus. Tyler Soderstrom is breaking out. He has been – I mean, he's been on fire. He's got 9 home runs. That's at the top of the league. He's got a 173 OPS plus. Jacob Wilson, bats a ball artist. He could be a different, if not better, iteration of Luis Arias, what he's doing. And then Nick Kurtz just got up. He was raking with the Las Vegas Aviators, and he's going to join the big league club. I believe a top 4 pick. I believe it was a 4th overall pick in 2024 out of Wake Forest. And he's going to get up there. Brent Rooker obviously doing his thing. Shea Langoliers is looking like a pretty good young catcher. So all those things are exciting. And all of those things are noteworthy. And it seems like the A's are just headed in the right direction. Although they are, on paper, they're 14-14. They're at 500. And they have a minus 22 run differential. Not a lot of pitching right now. But I think it's just more of a conversation of the young guys are finally stepping up and they're getting fans excited. And fans are watching the guys that are going to be here in the future when this team is in Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought, I know they're only 500, like you said, but I feel like this is a major step for the Athletics. I tend to say Oakland too. They've just been hitting there. Like you said, Brent Rooker, we know Brent Rooker, Tyler Soderstrom out of nowhere. It's just, 9 home runs with 292 average. We know Lawrence Butler is, like you said, he's here. He's playing good. Shea Langoliers. It's just been a bunch of guys. And, like you said, not a lot of pitching. That's kind of why they're 14-14 and 4th in the division. But when the offense bats are rolling, you kind of love to see it for Athletics because it's been a few years now. It feels like forever where they've had a competitive team that they kind of say they're proud of. And I don't know, first year out of Oakland, they're playing good. Is that saying something? I don't know.
I don't know. Could be. I didn't even mention Luis Severino, who got a nice little 3-year deal after a good season with the Mets. He's got a 3.5 ERA, essentially. He's got 1.5 wins on the year and 6 starts. He's got 29 strikeouts, 38 2/3. Good to see him healthy, and he's pitching in a spot where he's a veteran ushering in the new young talent. So that's pretty cool. Then my last pick, I kind of went with a 2-team hybrid. I think these teams are exciting for different reasons, but I had the Mets and the Cubs here. It was kind of a coin flip for me. Just kind of run through both of them quickly. Mets obviously have Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto. That's, one of the more exciting duos in the league, if not the most exciting duos in the league right now. I know Juan Soto hasn't been Juan Soto levels, but he's still a really good player when he looks like this. Francisco Lindor, obviously, all-around shortstop. But I think for the Mets, I'm really more so excited about the pitching. I think the pitching is in a really good spot with David Stearns at the helm, former Brewers guy. He knows how to build a pitching staff, both starting and relieving. Clay Holmes has a 2.64 ERA through 6 starts, 36 strikeouts and 30 2/3 innings and a 1.272 WHIP. That's really encouraging for the former reliever. They're going to get some guys back too. Sean Manaea has started the year hurt. Hopefully he's going to come back healthy at some point. Obviously got Edwin Diaz in that bullpen. He's very much so a roller coaster, but we know there's a good reliever in him. There's a good closer in him. He was at one point the best closer in the game. So I think the Mets are a team to keep an eye out for. And then the Cubs. This offense is prolific. It's one of the best in the game. And that's what's getting Wrigleyville rocking right now. Kyle Tucker is being Kyle Tucker. He's everything they could have hoped for when they traded for him from Houston. And Pete Crow Armstrong in the same outfield. He's looking like a five-tool guy, just hitting the crap out of the ball and flagging down everything in center field. That's worth the price of admission alone. And the Cubs are looking really good, even though Justin Steele did go down. Very unfortunate, but the Cubs, their offense is going to get them in a good spot, and they have a really good farm system that they can trade from and go get some arms. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't include those two teams, but those
Okay.
are definitely, two teams that right now at the top of the divisions, and obviously if you're at the top, you're doing something right. But I just feel like the Cubs, I think, we kind of expected it. There's a very good team, and I don't know if it's at first place, but yeah, they've all both been good. You definitely said good points. For my last team, I had the Mariners, another team at the top of the division. I believe in my predictions. I had them first, and they're fulfilling that. I mean, we know the pitching with the Mariners. It's the best in baseball, maybe. It's we don't even really talk about it. I feel like we talk about it so much. These guys are ridiculous. But then finally the offense. They're putting it together. Kyle Raleigh has been ridiculous. 10 home runs so far this year. Just kind of a repeat from last year. He's good hitting bombs. Then Julio Rodriguez has looked okay. I mean, he's hit 196, but he's got 4 home runs. He's looked better lately. Jorge Polanco has been on fire. I mean, he's batting 377 right now, only 69 at bats though. But this past week, I mean, he's been ridiculous. I know he had a good series against the Red Sox this past week. Randy Rosarena has looked okay too, and J.P. Crawford even 277 average, which is pretty impressive. 0.8 WAR. Dylan Moore has also looked good. It's been a lot of guys. It's kind of what we talked about, the offense. If they could get that offense, the division is theirs. Because the pitching is so good, if this offense can just produce a little bit, they're going to win a lot of games, and they're finally doing that.
For sure. It's a team I thought about as well, just like Cincinnati. It's an all-star rotation. Luis Castillo, George Kirby, Logan Gilbert, who unfortunately did just go down, but hopefully he'll be back at some point. Bryce Miller and Brian Wu, the back end are amazing. And, if the offense can just do a little bit, that's all that matters. And the pitching is going to take them there. It's like the Cubs hitting conversation, except with pitching. And, the Mariners, it's great to see them out of the gates hot as well. Because we want them to be good. The expected win-loss is 15-13, a little bit lower, but this is a team that all they need is some bats. Julio can try and wake up before Polanco can keep it up. Cal Raleigh's certainly there, so we'll have to see on the Mariners, but certainly a good answer.
All right, so moving on to worried.
Worried. This is the sad section of the episode, folks.
It's not what you want to talk about.
We don't want to talk about this, but we have to for the sake of the exercise. My first team, I think we can assume what my first team is.
Yeah.
It's going to be Baltimore. It's going to be the Orioles.
It's
not good. It's not good for the Orioles right now. The pitching is atrocious. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for the pitching staff. I have no words. There's no one worth watching, especially when Zach Eflin's down on the IL. And if we look at the team stats, they're like last in all of them, and it's just bad. And it's just really bad across the board. They have like a 6 ERA as a team. The whip is not good. This pitching is not built for postseason ball. It's not built for winning baseball, even though it is durable. Yeah, I mean, team ERA 5.37. It's not where you want that to be. Charlie Morton's been atrocious. Tomoyuki Sugano's skating on thin ice, even though he has been good to start the year. I don't even know the rest of the names. Dean Kramer hasn't been that good. Brendan Young just got up. He's okay, but he's in a very similar group of pitchers that are kind of five starters. The offense doesn't seem like it's clicking. I mean, Cedric Mullins has gotten off to a good start. Henderson's playing well enough off the injury, but Adley Rutschman's not up there. Kowser's hurt. That's concerning. Jordan Westberg, we haven't heard a lot about him just with his play, and it's disappointing and it's frustrating. And I think Baltimore needs to be hitting the panic button.
Yeah, this is also my first team I had on the list. It's definitely been a shock to see the Orioles. I mean, we knew the pitching wasn't like last year. Losing Corbin Burns definitely the hit, but it's definitely we didn't see it being this bad. What do you think is the next step here? I mean, do you make some moves? Do you try to get some pitching, or is this year you scrap this year?
I think some of it still can be salvaged. I mean, you have to consider that Eflin is not out for a long time. Fortunately, Grayson might be, but we'll see. We're kind of getting updates on him, and it feels like he's had quite a few setbacks, which is unfortunate. I don't think we're going to see him that quickly, but there's hope that he can still get on the mound this year and pitch. Kyle Bradish will be coming back. I think Tyler Wells should be coming back. And, I think the Orioles still can go trade for a guy. Sandy Alcantara is out there, and it's a perfect fit in Baltimore. I at this point, I think you got to move Kobe Mayo. I think it's time. He's not getting the run. So go get that ace. Go get that guy. But the Orioles need to make that adjustment. They need change is needed. So hopefully it happens. And, it's not fun baseball to watch. It really isn't. I'm personally not motivated. As a fan and as an analyst, I'm very worried. Just the pitching is optically bad.
Yeah, I know you've been talking about Sandy Alcantara as a target.
That's my personal target, but
you need that ace, and
you do.
he's that guy, former Cy Young. At this point, you just got to do what it takes to get it done.
Yeah.
We got to turn this thing around. Yeah.
Second team. So you did have the Orioles on you said you had them first on your list?
Yeah, they were my first team.
Yep. And it's pretty much just the pitching because they're not giving the offense a chance. They're not giving the offense life, in my opinion. Yeah. Second team.
I had the Twins.
You have the Twins. By the way, the Orioles, they're in fifth place. It's a negative 39 run differential. It's ugly. It's really ugly for a team that looked like they were on their way to the promised land just 2 seasons ago. Second team on your list was the Twins. I thought about the Twins. They were high on my list in terms of expectations, and they're not living up to them. I probably should have put them on my list. I had another team in that division, though. I had the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, did I include them? No, I didn't. But I definitely thought about them, too.
Yeah. We can talk about both. I think both of these teams definitely red flags.
For the Twins, they're 12-16. They're on a 3-game win streak, actually. They're looking a little better. But it's definitely, they're fourth in the division. It's not what you want to see. Tigers are killing it. So, some people's got to be the bottom. It's been the Twins right now. Offensively, it hasn't been great. The team batting average .224. Buxton's look, I guess, good. We've seen 6 home runs, 2.37 average. Ty France has been okay. Carlos Correa has not looked good at all. He's a negative .2 WAR. Harrison Bader's looked okay. So it's been struggling offensively. It is fun to see Buxton play, though. That's definitely something we have not seen in a while. He's 97 at bats. That might be a career high. So he's playing good. Pitching, Ryan has been playing good actually with 3.18 ERA, and 39 strikeouts. for Bailey Ober. On the other hand, it's not been great. 5.04 ERA. It's been a tough division so far this year. We talked about it earlier. Detroit's been killing it. Cleveland's been good. Even Kansas City, is 14-15 right now. So it's been a good tough division. And then Twins are on the bottom.
Yeah. So for me, Kansas City, they're 14-15. They're in third place, so they're kind of hanging around a little bit. But they have a negative 16 run differential. They are 6-4 in their last 10, so that's pretty good. But they're on a 1-game losing streak. They're expected to be 12-17, which is not a good mark. And I think it's really just the story of Bobby Witt is not the Kansas City Royals himself, and they're learning that lesson the hard way. Vinny Pasquantino, who is kind of looking to be a supporting cast member to Bobby Witt Jr. He's got a 68 OPS plus at first base, and he has a 568 OPS, 259 on base percentage, 327 slugging is not going to cut it. Jonathan India, let's look at the numbers. You can pull him up. I don't think he has been that great either. Yeah, he's got a 65 OPS plus. This was a guy that looked like he was going to enter a really good situation in Kansas City, and he hasn't really lived up to the hype. Bobby Witt Jr. is still doing his thing, but he has no protection around him, which is kind of concerning. And the pitching is still solid, but again, it doesn't feel like it's enough. So I think a lot of this is just internal. If they can kind of pick up where they need to be, and a lot of guys can step up the production, I think they'll be in a better spot. But right now, playing flat, and it's no good.
Yeah, it's definitely what we thought was going to happen. They can't just Bobby Witt Jr. can't hit all the time.
Nope.
So that's what they're doing right now. I mean, hopefully they can get some stars because you hate to see a player like Bobby Witt Jr. just sit in a bad team.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, who's your third team?
My third team is Texas, the Rangers.
Okay. Either one on my list. I had Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the Braves are on my list.
So you
We'll
talk
talk
about
about
Texas.
Okay. Texas. I thought Texas was gonna be good. They are 15-13, so that's pretty solid. But they have a negative 15 run differential. I think a lot of things are popping up, and they're definitely a little bit concerning. Tom Molly has an ERA under 1, which is very impressive in his start to the year. But Jacob deGrom hasn't looked like the same guy. He hasn't been that generational type pitcher. He's just been that middle of the road starter. Jack Leiter went down with an injury. Kumar Rocker is coming out of the gates cold. Marcus Semien has not had a good start to the year. Jake Berger's been cold. Jack Peterson, he went like 0 for 41 to start the year, which is not good. So it's certainly not good all around, just with how the team's playing. So it's kind of similar to the Royals. Like their guys just have to step up and they have to be better. But if they're not, this is what it looks like, and it looks pretty flat overall. And Texas is still over 500, but they're not like playing up to the caliber they can. And I think that's why Texas is concerning. For a team coming off a World Series hangover type season, looks like it's continuing into this year too.
I mean, it's a seriously long hangover. So yeah, it is deceiving that they're still in second place, but you want to see more of Texas.
You want to see more. World Series caliber. They won it in 23.
Yeah, I mean, Jacob deGrom was my pick for Cy Young. I thought it was been a real bounce back year, and I mean, it still is early. Things can happen, but it's not looking great so far. So yeah,
we both have the Braves, so you can talk about the Braves.
Yeah. So I mean, the Braves obviously they got off to that really rocky start. I mean, what were they? 0-9 or something?
Oh,
How
and
long did it take them
seven
to
or
get the first?
something like that.
Yeah, 0-7. They've been better lately. But it still is concerning being behind the Marlins. It's not where you want to be. A team that was getting first place picks in the division, coming off a bad year last year. We thought, okay, this team is still very good. They just had injuries. And
Excuse me.
it hasn't been great. Maybe it is just guys coming back from injuries and they were just getting used to the game. Um, Offensively, Marcell Ozuna, just like last year, has just been hitting like crazy. He's batting 316 with 5 home runs, and he's got a 1.2 WAR as a DH, which is impressive. Austin Riley looked good. Ozzy Albies looked okay. Tyler Harris okay. Matt Olson okay. I mean, it's just been okay. So, I mean, they're starting to get better. I know at the start of the year, no one could really hit, and that was kind of the problem. Chris Sale has definitely been a big yikes. He's got a 5.4 ERA. We're getting questions about his age. People are starting to think that Cy Young year was kind of a fluke. And it's maybe looking like that right now. Chris Sale might be returning to that Red Sox form that we saw towards the end of that stint. He has been great. I know Spencer Strider just came back. I don't know how he's been doing, but he just came back from injury. So hopefully, that guy, he can help them out, win some games because they're definitely, they need to get ahead of this division, at least third place. Right now, they're tied with the Marlins at 12-15.
Yeah, just not good. Feels like it's been a bad vibe. Strider was coming off of injury and he went down with another one. I believe it was like
Oh,
thigh
jeez.
and or I forget what the injury was.
A leg injury? I mean, have you seen his legs?
Oh yeah, I think it was a leg injury of some sort. I mean, he's got those calves for days. I mean,
How's that
that's
possible? Those things are tree trunks.
does he have the best calves of all time in Major League
I mean,
Baseball?
wow. That's you look at the photos. It was weird. It didn't look real.
Yeah, but you're right. He does have tree trunks, and they even had that situation. I think it was against Pittsburgh. I don't remember who they were playing. I think a weekend ago, but it was Jared Kelnick. He tried to pimp a home run and didn't go out, and then he got thrown out. Or no, he did get thrown out going to second. Ronald Acuna goes on X or Twitter, and he talks about how he would have been pulled from the game if he had done that. So it kind of feels like there's a little bit of a bad narrative right now. Braves got to clean it up. This is a team that's been perennially great, perennially one of the best teams in the game. They're not playing like that. So, yeah, Atlanta certainly has not been off to the start many thought they would have. I thought they were going to bounce back and be one of the best teams in the game. And that just doesn't happen. Although they are 7-3 in their last 10. So they're kind of picking it up. But, still concerning. It's a negative run differential for the Atlanta Braves. And like you said, a lot of their guys, they're just kind of being okay. So,
For sure. So fourth on my list. Is that where we're at, or are you just did your fourth team with the Braves?
yeah, so I'm on my fifth.
All right. So for my next team, I had Toronto, another American League East team.
Toronto.
Yeah,
Why Toronto?
I mean, I just feel like they're falling. I mean, 13-15 is not bad, I guess. But there was the questions in the fourth place right now. Are they going to sell? Is that a question you have?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really think about them because they're
Oh, I
they're
forgot about the
playing
Vladdy
better.
contract.
Like I thought they would have been a little bit worse than this. Yeah, they did lock up Vladdy, but it doesn't seem like it seems like Vladdy's not going to be in a good situation for the next decade plus.
They're 3-7 in the last 10 though, so
It's not
that's
good.
just something I've been worried about.
Okay.
Who'd you have for your next team?
My actual answer was the Brewers. I think the Brewers are definitely sliding a little bit. I personally didn't expect them because I'm I'm a Brewers truther. I always think they're going to do the right things. They're like the Rays North. They're just going to find a way to win. They haven't done that. But then I also put the Rockies just because I feel like we have to check in on the Rockies' well-being.
Yeah, no, I put them on. I don't know if it counted because like we had expectations for the Rockies.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But I feel like it's been too bad that we have to
Exactly.
put
It's
them
like
on.
no one thought they were going to be good. No one thought they were going to be that relevant. But this is atrocious for the Colorado. It's worse than the White Sox.
Yeah.
Right, were you good on Toronto?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of pivot off that now. Then thinking
Okay.
about it.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll get to the Rockies at the end. I'll talk about the Brewers a little bit. I mean, the Brewers is a plus 17 run differential. They're expected to be 16-13, so maybe things are going to turn around. But I mean, it feels like the Brewers. It's not that exciting, and they don't play an exciting brand of baseball by any stretch. But this definitely it feels like a dip in production. They're behind the Reds. They're behind the Cubs, and I didn't think that was going to happen. So this is more so a me personal expectations pick. But it still feels a little lackluster. They got smacked by the Yankees opening weekend, and they're kind of coming back from that, but it still seems like they're playing with that deflation a little bit. Ray Strings had a really good start to the year, 120 OPS plus for a platinum glover is all that he needs. Christian Yelich, let me check in on Christian Yelich. Jeez.
he's been good.
Yeah, Yelich, that's what I thought. Yelich is just gonna hit. Finally he's able to DH, which is good. Jackson Chourio is there too, and he was awesome last year, and he's got a 127 OPS plus so far this year. Pretty good, 830 OPS. I'd imagine the Brewers are probably going to get better, and we might not matter this conversation, but still a little bit. I was personally a little bit disappointed with how they started the season.
Yeah, for sure.
And the pitching's been shot, like the rotation, all hurt.
Yeah, it's definitely been some injuries.
Yeah.
Like you said, offense Bryce Strang has been great for them. He's at a 1.1 WAR. Contreras has been good again. Yelich has been good. Jackson Chourio has been good. Strikeout to walk ratio is not great right now. 30 strikeouts to 2 walks. But hopefully I can get better for him. I do feel like they are gonna get better. Because they've been too long that they know how to win at this point. So I feel like they can get going. It is still early, but it's definitely a team that I thought about for my list.
I mean, Woodruff's still on the shelf. You're checking on Freddie Peralta. I don't know if he's healthy or not. Okay, he is. And oh wow, he's pitching well. Okay. So maybe they'll get some arms back. But they did get Quinn Priester from your Red Sox, and they gave him quite a bit. So it kind of showed their desperation.
Yeah,
for
I'll
pitching.
take that deal.
Yeah, I mean, you got a draft pick and a prospect out of that. That's amazing for Quinn Priester. We'll wrap with the Rockies. I mean, this is a White Sox conversation. We mentioned that we knew they were not going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Yeah, definitely surprising. Just for reference, last year. So right now, what are the Rockies?
They're 4-23.
So last year at this day, the White Sox were 5-22. So the White Sox were better last year at this point in time.
Yeah.
Which is I didn't think was possible. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. What's is there been anything good for the Rockies?
No. I mean, Zach Veen got up. He had a great spring. Chase Dolander's up. Another guy had a really good spring, but they're struggling. I mean, Zach Veen's just adjusting to the majors, and then Chase Dolander has to pitch at Coors. So those are the problems. There's just nothing right is happening for the Colorado Rockies.
It's a 5.22 team ERA.
Yeah, no. I mean, the Orioles are worse, but that's an
true,
indictment on the Orioles. Rockies are
Wow.
pitching at Coors, so
Exactly. That's not good.
if we just look at some of the stats here, they're 4-23. The winning percentage is 148. They're 1-9 in their last 10. They're on a 6-game losing streak. They have a negative 69 run differential. Against teams over 500, 2-16. 1-14 on the road, 3-9 at home. And
Bad.
let's look at the underlying. The expected win to loss record, 7-20. No, nowhere you look has a positive stat. Nowhere.
Yeah.
They're the only team in this division with a negative run differential.
And there's nothing to sell.
No, they don't have assets. They don't have tradable guys.
I mean, White Sox had Crochet. They got nothing.
I mean, what are you gonna move Ryan McMahon for? Like some chips?
Who wants them? Nobody.
You're not gonna get a lot back if he gets moved. I mean, can you convince some of these teams to trade their pitchers? You know what? The Rockies are not going to trade because they're idiot. They're stupid front office.
Does the front office even exist?
I don't think it does.
Like players just leave, and like they don't. I don't feel like I hear about any Rocky signings.
This is the team that let Trevor Story go, and they let John Gray go without offering the qualifying offer, the QO, to John Gray.
Yeah.
It's inept. I mean, this whole organization. Which team is worse off? The White Sox or the Rockies?
Rockies.
You think Colorado?
Right now? I mean, who's got the better farm system?
Chicago. I mean, at least Chicago's going in a direction.
Yeah.
Feels like the Rockies have no direction.
White Sox made good moves. I mean, selling Crochet was definitely a good idea for them. So they're moving in the right direction. I'm just looking at the top 100. Where's the Rockies' first player?
Probably Zach Veen. Let's see.
No, I think it's.
Oh, is
Chase
it? Oh,
Dollander.
it's gonna be Dollander, yeah. Let me find Colorado. Yeah, Chase Dollander and Charlie. Oh, Chase Dollander 23, Charlie Condon 27.
Yeah, that's
it.
it. In
Okay.
top 100.
And
It's a pitcher, so we know how pitchers go in
pitchers
Colorado.
pitchers go to die in Colorado.
You better get out of there.
He's got to get. I can't wait until he hits free agency.
I think he's not even at the major leagues yet.
No, Chase Dollander's made like a handful of starts, and we're already talking about free agency.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I mean, for an organization this bad, you would think they have more, but they don't. There's nothing.
I mean, they've been bad for a couple of years now.
I know, but this feels like a new low.
How are they still bad? Like, when you're bad for a few years, be like the Athletics, who now are okay.
Be like the Orioles, get all the high draft picks, and then you have the impact
Yeah,
players.
exactly. When you're bad, use that and get good. Colorado's been bad for 5 years now?
Been bad for a while.
Maybe more. I mean, how long is it gonna take?
I
Where's
don't
the
know.
rebuild? But I think that's it.
That's it. So, um, players of the week. You want American League or National League?
I'll take the American League.
All right. So you can get us started with the American League.
All right. Starting off with the hitter, he had the Boston Red Sox, Alex Bregman.
Mm.
Who was, it's kind of what we've been expecting from Bregman. He's been playing really good. I mean, I gotta pull up his numbers real quick. I know he had a good series against Seattle. Let's see. He's just been killing that down the left field line. Fenway, loving it. Oh, why is my thing not working? You have the numbers for him? My thing's like glitching out.
You're talking about our hitter of the week. Oh, you're talking about Bregman. Yeah, I got the. I'll get the Bregman numbers up on my phone.
Oh, now it's
Yeah, I mean, in the
working.
past week, he had one homer. He drove in 6. I mean, that's great. Just looking at the calculations here.
5 walks.
Getting in a lot of runs, which is good.
19 total bases.
Yeah, 19 total bases, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Yeah, he had a great week for sure.
Absolutely. He's just, and I love to see it. And Jaron Duran also was a candidate for
Jaron Duran was
shouting
here,
him
yeah.
out. Jorge Polanco was another candidate.
Yeah.
I love to see the Red Sox up at top. Let's keep it going.
There you go. They're playing decent.
They are. They're playing all right.
Mm-hmm.
What about, do we try to go to the pitcher, or you want to say the batter?
You can do the pitcher.
All right. For pitcher, it was Hunter Brown. Had a real nice 2 starts. One against Toronto. He pitched 7 innings. No runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. And then against Kansas City, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. So definitely the strikeouts don't bad at you. 18 in the week and 2 starts. Also got 2 wins. We love to see that. Only 1 run and 2 starts and 13 innings is impressive. So Hunter Brown, really bright spot for Houston right now.
Absolutely. He's been flaming hot out of the gates. National League Hit of the Week is going to be Eugenio Suarez. I think really the only reason he had a 4-homer game yesterday against the Atlanta Braves. That's insane. That's crazy that Eugenio Suarez did that. I believe he's the last guy since what? JD Martinez? 19th player in a Major League history with a 4-homer game.
JD Martinez also with the Diamondbacks.
Yes. Diamondbacks apparently love their 4-homer guys per game. And yeah, he was the first guy to do it since JD in 2017. And he was with the Diamondbacks. I mean, 4 homers in a singular game is pretty insane. He drove in 5 RBI. He had 5 RBIs that carried his totals for the week. He really didn't have a great week outside of that game, but you just got to mention history.
How does he have 5 RBIs with 4 home runs? All solo shots?
3 solo shots and I guess a 2-run homer in there.
Huh.
So, yeah, I mean that's actually kind of crazy. Pitcher of the week is going to be Jake Irvin of the Washington Nationals. He had 2 starts this week. He had 1 at Colorado. That was 6 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 9 punch outs, and then against the New York Mets, 7 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 4 punch outs. He had a fantastic week. 13 2/3 innings in a week is pretty insane, but he was able to get that done, and he carved through some lineups. I mean, he did carve Colorado, but anyone can do that. And then the Mets. I mean, the Mets are pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So gotta put some respect on the New York Mets. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Any last thoughts?
That's it.
There you go. There are your players of the week. Some exciting starts, some worrying starts, and everything in between. We hope you guys enjoyed listening to this episode. Everything is in the description, and we'll see you next time.